ladies and gentlemen, welcome over here to race number 2 in the Dascar Red Bull Knockout Series. Season 1, we are back again at Zandvoort's Quad Oval Mega Speedway for race number 2 in the Knockout Series. 38 cars are 39? 38 cars are over here lined up, and we're gonna get you through the starting grid over here. So just at race number 1, a big race, well, short race, but a big... Well, a lot of crashes. Well, a lot of crashes, 2 crashes, but cannot find the words. So Riley Anderson won race number 1. She is on the pole over here, and we'll just skim through the field pretty quickly. 4 drivers are already out: Jason Sinclair, James Shelley, Ray Takeda, and Chris Washer. So they are not lined up over here. Unfortunately, they will not be racing anymore. And everybody else, well, I think more than half of the field had to get their backup car out over here. Well, one of their backup cars. Plenty of cars these guys have over here. Because, well, the chance that you wreck is pretty high, but the chance that you are out is not that high. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna see... Oh, 2 Penske cars right next to each other. We're gonna see what this race will bring. Aggressive racing we had in race number 1. So, let's see. Race number 2, what we will get over here. Base car is gonna pull off, and then Riley Anderson is on the pole, and she's gonna bring us to the green together with Sonic Course on her outside. The lowest number over here and the highest number, interesting, 00 and the 99. But the thing is, we are not 100% sure yet if this is a good thing. Like, when you win, you're up front. Well, that's great, I think. But if you immediately get kicked up to the high side and you just fall back, then you're gonna be in a wreck, likely. Or you're gonna be at the end after 3 laps. So we're not 100% sure. We'll see what Riley Anderson can do. Everything else, considering starting grid, is just randomized. So we'll see. I'm very curious what this race will bring us. Keeping an eye up front on the win and keeping an eye in the back for crashes and for who is out. Are we gonna see or not? Are we gonna see a crash or not? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see. Let's get ready to rumble for race number 2 in the Dascar Red Bull Knockout Series. And you can immediately see the number 88 car with Luke Walker peaked down low. There he is, immediately going to the lead. Coming into turn number 1, or well, out of turn number 1, everybody's starting to organize themselves. The wreck usually happens somewhere in the middle of the pack, so, well, I'm not sure where you... I think it would be best if you are just up front. But we'll see what will happen. I am very curious. Maybe we'll not see a crash at all, and then if you are in the middle of the group, well, you are in the back before you know it, and before the race is over. So that's a problem. Something I forgot to do in the previous race. I will just keep over there the scoring to the last 4 positions. Well, to the last, well, there's 10 positions or 8 positions now. So you can see who is currently almost out of the race. Well, who is who's in the back of the field. Oh, we got a crash already! We got another crash and cars go flipping over. We see a 32 car that is spinning over, and we heard some other cars crash. There we go, 02 car, Alex Hawkins. Oh, and he gets hit extremely hard by the 43 car of Eric Hayden. There Eric Hayden is, and that might be devastating. Everybody else seems to be continuing over here. Who was involved? I think that is the... I'm not sure who that is. Oh, hang on. 26 car of Demi Spander. Oh, she already had some back pain. Number 9 car, Zachary Fitzwater. The 93 of Lane van Dijk. See the number 7 car of Alex Stanker. There's the 40 car with some damage, Nick Caps. But some cars are on pit road. Well, that's already plenty of cars, so everybody who's still driving, I think, will be fine. We got the number 71 car, Dylan Murway, up front. So we'll just have to see. We'll put it up front now, because we got some cars on pit road. And we'll see who's those cars will be out. Just 1 more lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? Dylan Murway up front. But there's 21 car coming. Keith Black also had a crash in the previous race. See the number 9 car smoking down low. Hopefully nobody will run into him, because we see that in the previous we saw that in the previous race. There's a number 4 car coming, Nathan Ormond. So on the course coming together with Riley Anderson. She survived it, so being up front, starting up front, definitely an advantage. There she comes. First number 4 car, Nathan Ormond. He cannot make it yet. He cannot make it yet. Nathan Ormond tries the high side. I don't think that's gonna work though. Dylan Murray still up front. And going into the last turn. Who will be on the pole for race number 3? That will be the winner of this race. And it seems like Dylan Murray coming out of the last turn is gonna have the advantage. Nathan Ormond trying to get a run, but I don't think it will be off. It will not be. Dylan Murray wins race number 2. A wicked crash again in this race. So we keep on seeing crashes. Guys, very, very aggressive. Hard crashes, cars went flipping over, possibly into a catch fence. We're gonna see what happened over there. At least, the question will now be, who is out? Still these cars continuing their way on pit road, but we see already a couple of cars on pit road, and some of them have retired, I think. Let's take a look at this. Race still not official. We're waiting for the 9 car possibly to finish. And also this car, Alex Tanker in the 7. So again, plenty of cars having damage. Some crashing for the second time in 2 races. And then you gotta be lucky if you crash in 2 races. Well, in the first and the second race, in both races you survive. But it's just, yeah. I'm just very curious what will happen. And who will be out of this race? Dylan Murray. He is going to be on the pole for race number 3. That's for sure. That's for sure. Only 1 crash. Luckily nobody ran into some slower cars. Like previous race. So ladies and gentlemen. Still race is not official. I think we're waiting for the number 9 car. Still. There he is. Zachary Fitzwater. Waiting for him to finish. And now the standings are official. Standings official. So there is Dylan Murray. He is officially your winner of race number 2 and will be on the pole for race number 3. You saw winner of race number 1, Riley Anderson. She finished in 9th position, so she survived it. So it seems like being on the pole is a pretty big advantage. And out of the series will be Jackie Tang in the number 97 after his monstrous flip in race number 1. He survived that, but this time he didn't. Unfortunately, Dylan of Dom Caps in the number 32 car. Hergel Arvin Alonso in the 14 and the 12 car of Mason Powers. Unfortunately, they will not be racing anymore in race number 3 and the other races. So it will be 34 cars in the next race. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the cars that are out. And we're going to take a look at the replays if you don't want to see it. So Dylan Murray will be on the pole for race number 3. And out will be the number 97, Jackie Tang, Dom Caps 32, Hergel Arvin Alonso in the 14, and Mason Powers in the 12. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get you to the replays. So this is one of the drivers who is out, Hergel Arvin Alonso, unfortunately. And the wreck actually started with him as he had gone, well, they were running 5 wide or something, possibly 6 wide, I'm not sure. Download was Alex Tanker, didn't have enough room. And there goes Hergel Arvin Alonso. We'll go around and we'll get you to the helicopter view because we're going to see a wicked crash over here. They will shoot up onto the racetrack, take out with them, well, the 01 car, the 93, there the 02 car, will shoot into the wall, Jackie Tang, and already flipping over is the 7th car, Alex Tanker, and this, well, cars will just go flying over there. I think I see around 2 cars flipping over. There's on top of Hergel is Arvin Alonso is Mason Powers. He is out. There we see his 32 car flipping over. There we go. That is cannot get to him. That's Dom Caps. So that's also somebody who is out. So yeah, a couple of hard hits over here, and you see him on his nose. And then everything was, well, over here, they were all done flipping. At least. There we see Demi Spawner. She was lucky. Very lucky. Lena van Dijk was also lucky. You see Alex Tanker. He was also very lucky. Everybody who just continued their way was fine. And here we see Alex Hawkins. He had a hard hit. Came together with Blake Hochschild. Look at that. He was smoking because he had some damage. He got hit a few moments ago and then tried to go on pit road. Unfortunately, somebody else was next to him, and that has nasty consequences for Alex Hawkins, as he will come up the racetrack again. We think like everything is already worse at this moment, almost flipped over. But he goes with his rear. Look at that. Another nosedive. And then everything will get even worse, as here it comes. Not sure who it was, but there we see. Ouch! Eric Hayden. Hard hit. A very hard hit for Eric Hayden. And that also took him out of this race. Once again, doesn't really matter if you're out of this race as long as you're not the bottom 4 drivers. And Eric Hayden, he was already involved in race in the first crash. And unfortunately, he also got involved in the second one, I would say. Let's take a look at, once again, Herschel, Arvin, Alonso, because I want to see who all flipped over. How many flips we have. We see Alex Tanker, that's 1. And they just, 12 car flips over there. I think everybody else was pretty fine, but I think this is the best way to see how many cars flipped over. 3 cars, I believe. Was the 12 car, the 12 car, the 7 car, and the 32 car. That's 3 cars. We'll get you some onboards. That will come. Don't worry about it. So, there we go. So I will write down 3 flips. Another 3 flips. From the previous race also had 3 flips. So we'll have 6 flips now. The O2 car did not flip over after that hard crash. Did not flip over. Was close, but once again, look at Eric Hayden and what speed he ran. 200 miles per hour. And that impact. Ouch. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll get you back again. There we go. So we'll go onwards with the 14 car, one of the drivers who is out, Herschel Arvin Alonso. Heartbreaker for him, but at least his teammate is still in. That's why I think most drivers sign up 2 people. Wow. Somebody just came over him, right over him. That's brutal. Another onboard we will have is the 3-2 car over here of Dom Caps, also out of competition now. Right behind Sander Course. Well, she was lucky because she finished in 2nd position and some 3rd position. I think 3rd. You see Dom Caps with a big crash. At this point you already think, it's over. So we'll get you one more onboard and then we'll say, well, till we meet again in race number 3. And that onboard will be with the O2 car of Alex Hawkins. The president of the Dascar Pennzoil Grand National Series. Signups are up and actually, well, he's starting to do some testing. So we'll see if we see races uploaded. He has some uploading issues, so he survived that one. And you can see he's smoking. Now watch this. Tries to go on pit road, but the 42 car is there. Blake Hochschild. Ouch. Ooh. That will definitely get you some back pain. And it will get you some nose pain. Ouch. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it over here. Alex Hawkins with a hard crash. Once again, well, I would say don't look at injuries, because then at one point we would have half of the field injured, because it's St. John's, for God's sake, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all over. Let's take a look at, once again, at the standings, the official standings. So Dylan Murray will be on the pole for race number 3, and out will be Mason Powers, Herschel Arvin Alonso, Dom Caps and Jackie Tank. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in race number 3 of the Dascar Red Bull Knockout Series, Season 1 2015 on Sport 1.